The lost art of double batching. What my mother did that isn't common today is make a large batch of some kind of stew and then store it in the freezer for the rest of the week. You sort of have your own homemade takeout. Now, butter chicken. What I love about being Canadian is how multicultural we are. Butter chicken is as common today as chicken stew was back in the 50s, and it is so easy to make. You can cut back on the fat a little bit. I'll show you some of the tricks. The only key is to let the onions cook through. They have to really brown. What a lot of home cooks do is sort of cheat this level, and then you don't develop the flavor. So you have to let them simmer through, and then add your seasonings in, and the fat helps meld the flavors. So a couple of tablespoons of curry powder or garam masala. If you're worried about kids and spice, get a mild one. And a pinch of cinnamon helps sort of sweeten it. A little bit of grated ginger, and I don't mind at all the bottled stuff. This sort of cuts the time in half. And then you really want to let that simmer. Give it a good 5 minutes, walk away, turn it on low, let it go. Then we'll come back and add the rest of the ingredients. Oh, it's cooked just a little bit down. The smell is outstanding, and that's the aromatic oils coming out of the spices and mixing with the butter. That's what you want. Now we know that we can start to add the other ingredients. So it's as simple as this: a couple of pounds of chicken leg or thigh, boneless. And I prefer the legs because they're a little bit juicier, they're higher in iron and a little bit higher in fat. So they tend to not dry out in a stew. I always use legs in a stew. So now we just brown these through and we add the other ingredients. And to cut out a little bit of the fat, what I do is I try to match up the tomato sauce with whipping cream. So it reduces the fat content a little bit and sweetens the sauce. It's that simple. And here I have ground almonds, and that will sort of thicken the sauce and also give us a tiny bit of crunch and a little bit more protein and some of the good fats. Last ingredient, you have an option. I'm using whole cream because I'm going to exercise a lot tomorrow, but you can add in evaporated milk, which is much lower in fat. Just add it way later. Don't simmer it through because it'll break. But at this stage, if you're using whole fat cream, it can simmer with the whole dish and your house will smell outstanding. So now, just medium, I'm going to put the lid on. Let it simmer a good 20 or 30 minutes to make sure the chicken is all cooked through. Yum. Oh, dinner's ready. So all we need to do is season a little bit of salt and pepper. That can be done at the table as well. Big double batch, freeze the rest, save yourself some time. Easily do it in a crock pot. Butter chicken, comfort food, right at home.